Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bulletproof Underwear, episode number 127. Yeah! I'm your co-host, Yam Juice.
No, your co-host, Flex.
And this has been a slow week in gaming. Well, actually, it hasn't necessarily been a slow week in gaming. Did you see any of the PlayStation? What was that?
There was a PlayStation Network outage again.
Well, no. I'm talking about this past weekend. They had the PlayStation Experience. Yeah, that's what it is. The PlayStation Experience, where they talked about all that cool shit that's going to be going on.
Yeah. It went on.
Well, no, I mean, it's like they had some footage of Bloodborne and The Order, and Uncharted 4. They actually had some gameplay of Uncharted 4, not just a little piece of a cutscene.
Real footage. Yeah,
real footage. One thing that pissed a lot of people off was that the game. It's that fighting game, Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 5, and that's a franchise that's been multi-platform, for a long time.
Yeah.
Sony announced it's going to be a PlayStation/PC exclusive.
Oh.
Watch out. Piss some people off here. They can't play it on their Xbox. But you know what? I sort of kind of understand. It's like Phil Spencer came on and said, it's like, hey, some of these deals are going to happen and we're not going to buy all the deals. It's like Sony's going to get some.
I'm done down there. Okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah, because Microsoft has their own fighting game exclusive, Killer Instinct. So
yeah,
they're not gonna make a special deal with Street Fighter, but that's a Capcom game.
Yep. Capcom.
Yeah. So have you ever played much fighting games? Do you go back? Games?
I played them on the old school systems quite a bit, but haven't really played them on like the 360 and stuff or the PlayStation. I haven't played Street Fighter or any of those for quite a while.
Yeah. I played a little bit of Dead or Alive just because it's like you got them sexy chicks.
Yeah. Of course,
yeah. See, that's well, I think Street Fighter's got a little bit of that, but not as good as Dead or Alive.
No.
Yeah. Now, I bought this game that I heard about. It was an old game, and I found it, in the used section of a GameStop, like, I don't know, a couple of years ago. It's called Rumble Roses.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard about that?
That was one of the original 360 launch titles.
Yeah, here's a protest in Berkeley.
Okay.
We're getting to that.
We'll get to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like these hot chicks, and
They arrested 223 people.
Really? In what city?
Berkeley.
Okay, well, let's just get right to this. We'll get back to gaming.
Let's get right to the meat of the potatoes and program here, folks.
Okay, so in case the Ferguson, and the choke guy and the 12-year-old kid with a BB gun protests, in case it's died down in your consciousness, it hasn't died down in my consciousness. Here in Berkeley, Oakland, I live in Oakland, which is right next to Berkeley, and I work in San Francisco. We have a very active, vocal protest community, and they are still at it today, even today, as we speak.
Yep.
Cops just arrested over 200 people. What are they doing? Are they breaking windows and stuff like that? Ann, what are they doing? Ann! What are the protesters doing? They got them arrested.
They went onto the freeway.
Oh, they went onto the freeway.
They blocked the freeway off.
Yeah, they're blocking freeways. They did that last night, too. It's like...
They did that here in Minnesota.
Yeah, you know what? It's like it's already bad enough if you commute You know, and it was
Yeah.
like rush hour trying to get home and shit. And then like, they got some fucking protesters.
Some fuckwad's got to go out there and stand in the way and slow traffic down.
My cat has got a yen to jump up on me. Want to see a cat butt? Live on camera, my cat's ass.
Yep. That'll
That's
get
a
us
first.
that'll get us the ratings.
That's it. That's it. Thumbs up for the cat ass.
Million views of the cat's ass.
So yeah. So what do you think about that? Okay, so in the last since we talked, that video came out with that guy that I forgot his name.
The choke.
The choke. Yeah, and there was a lot of video of that.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
And he choked him out and killed him.
He just choked him dead with his bare hands.
Yeah.
Just fucking killed him. Just
Fucking
choked him
animal.
to death.
Fucking animal.
Now that did not get indicted. He didn't get indicted for that.
I don't know. I guess
And
not.
and that chokehold has been abolished on the New York police since 1993.
Yep, it's been a
And
long time.
He just this part of his arm, you know, just choking the guy,
Choked him out.
choked him dead. That was, I don't know, that was more disturbing to me than the Ferguson shit.
Yeah, that was too to me. I mean, you know, he choked the guy to death. It's like, holy shit.
And the guy was a little agitated. I mean, he was a little agitated, like, you know, y'all keep messing with me. You just messing with me all the time.
Yeah.
But he wasn't like fighting against him or anything like that. But when they made the decision to arrest him, you know, here's what I think. He was big. He's a big guy.
Yep.
And because he's a big guy, they're like, we're not going to take any chances. We're just going to, you know, jump all over him and swarm him and choke him and put the handcuffs on him. Anyway, it was pretty disgraceful.
Pretty brutal.
And the camera kept rolling, and it's like I was waiting. When is the emergency, you know, when is the ambulance going to come? You know, because he's like, obviously, he's got a problem. You know, it's like they didn't know at that time what was wrong with him. But it's like it took forever before the emergency medical came, and
then when they got there, they kind of stood around with their dicks in their hands. Going,
they kind of stood around. They should have administered CPR immediately or something. Somebody should have. I mean, but it's hard to administer CPR on him because he's a big fat guy and his arms were handcuffed behind his back, so they couldn't even roll him on his back. As soon as he passed out, they should have took the handcuffs off of him.
Yeah. Definitely.
So anyway, that was pretty shocking.
It's pretty disturbing.
I don't know how many of you people out there watched, you know, any good portion of the video. I mean, there's little sections that you could catch on different news sites, but you know, I went and watched the whole thing, and it went on for. There's like 2 different people filming it, and at least 2 different people that had long videos that were close up that you could see what was happening, and it was creepy. I mean, I can understand why people are mad about that. I mean, they just killed a fucking, you know, unarmed man. His crime that the cops were arrested him for was he was selling loose cigarettes.
Oh my God, not that.
He was selling loose cigarettes. It's like,
oh my God. It sounds like he was selling marijuana. You would have thought he was selling marijuana.
well, even if he was, I mean, you don't just fucking...
You don't chokehold somebody for a fucking joint, man.
Yeah, you don't chokehold somebody for selling fucking cigarettes. Anyway, I mean, I can understand people being pretty upset about that because there's no question, you know, he was unarmed. He didn't lunge for the cop or any of that kind of shit, and the amount of force that was used just seemed to me like
excessive.
It was excessive. Even if he hadn't died,
it was still excessive force, man.
It's still excessive force, and the fact is, it did kill him. He just died. They just choked him to death right there on the fucking cement.
Yeah.
It was pretty disgraceful. Then the other thing is that Tamir Rice thing, where the 12-year-old boy with the pellet gun
pulled the pellet gun out and it looked like a real gun and got killed.
It did look like a real gun. I could understand the cops treating it like a real gun. But in the video, you see the police cruiser pulls up and does like a stops instantly right in front of the guy. Like right in front of the guy, the door opens and in 2 seconds he's shot dead.
Yeah.
Now the cops claim that they said, put the gun down.
That's their training.
Yeah, the cops said they told him to put his hands up or drop the gun or whatever. They said 3 times or something. There's no way.
Don't forget these are professionals here, folks. No.
That's right. These cops
professional killers
zoomed up, hit the brakes, jumped out of the car, and first thing they did, instantly shot him dead.
Yeah.
Now, if I was a cop responding to a possible case where somebody just was like brandishing a weapon, I wouldn't pull up right next to him. I would get within like maybe 30, 40 feet and stop and get out of the car and use the car as cover and like tell him and point my gun at him and say, drop the gun. Drop the gun.
That gets real tricky though, man. It's like if the dude had a real gun, you don't have 2 seconds to react. You got to shoot the fucker dead, man. So it's like that's one of those kind of.
Well, why would you pull up right next to the guy if you think he's got a gun? That's stupid.
He was trying to hit him. That's obvious. He was trying to run him over.
I don't think so. He was in the gazebo, and the guy pulled up right next to the gazebo. I would have stopped back far enough so that I could use the car as cover.
You're not police trained.
I'm not police trained, so. And it turns out the cop,
whatever the fuck that
was, the cop was in the process. He quit his last cop gig. He was in the process of getting, kicked out of the force.
Written up.
Yeah, it's unfit for duty because he was had emotional problems.
Yeah.
So that's going to be pretty ugly.
Oh yeah. Everything that happens from here out, man. Everything's changed now. Everything has changed. It's a game changer, folks.
Well, it's like if I have dealings with a cop, I'm going to act like whatever you say, officer. Yes, officer, no, officer. I'm not going to fight him. I'm not going to argue with him. I'm not going to lunge for his fucking gun.
That's my problem. I like arguing with them.
You like arguing with cops. Has that ever gotten anywhere positive for you?
No. Got me thrown in jail a couple times.
But you never had your teeth knocked out or you're never killed.
Yeah, my wrist broke.
Oh, okay.
My wrist was in a cast and a cop was putting the cuffs on and re-broke my wrist.
Okay, well, it's not like you talk back to a cop.
No, I didn't sass him.
Yeah.
He tried putting handcuffs on me when I had a cast on and broke my wrist.
Well, don't you always have some kind of cast on?
Of some sort or another, yeah.
Okay, well.
San police shot and killed a car thief.
Ooh.
Okay. Shot and killed a car thief in San Leandro, which is a town close to us. But that shit happens all the time. But I understand cops. I understand cops on the beat are going to be nervous about every situation because so many people are armed.
Yeah, a lot of people are armed.
So many people are armed that you have to always be thinking that, what if this guy has a weapon?
They have to be diligent in their thought process when it comes to weapons and criminals that have them.
Jackson's talking.
Well, it's very much like Call of Duty or Battlefield or Halo. It's like if two people have a weapon, the first one to aim and shoot wins, and the one who aims second loses. So that's probably what the cops are thinking. I'm not going to be the guy who aims second.
Yeah.
So, well,
yeah, you can't be. Let's face it, man. In a deadly standoff, you can't be second.
No, you can't be second.
You can't. You don't have a choice of rethinking your thought process, man. If you're going to be dead.
And in those cases where cops have died in the line of duty, it's probably because they were second.
Oh yeah, we got a guy right now here in Minnesota that just whacked a cop not too long ago. and shot him right in the back of the head, man. It's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Why you walked up behind him and shot him in the head?
Well, shit like that makes them nervous and makes them jumpy. And
would me too.
I mean, you sort of have to look at it from everybody's side. Everybody is thinking about, their own situation.
They're looking at their own agenda.
If you're a black kid, in a neighborhood, you're thinking of your situation. But if you're a cop, being called to a disturbance or something like that, you're thinking about your situation.
Yeah.
Thing is, though, the cops can get away with shooting the people, and the other people can't.
Yeah.
If you're a cop and you do shoot somebody, you're probably not very much is probably going to happen to you. I mean, even if it's completely your fault.
Yeah.
I mean, you might get, you might have a civil suit from the survivors or something, but you're probably never going to be sent to jail. I mean, that just doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't seem to.
And I understand. I mean, you'd have to prove like intent. Like this cop was just like this is a murdering cop. It's like they're always doing their job. I mean, whether their trigger finger is itchy or not, I mean, or too itchy, or just exactly the right amount itchy. That's a matter for debate. I mean, different people could argue it differently. You were too quick to draw down on that guy. Another guy, no, you were exactly right to draw down on that guy.
Yeah.
But I mean, like the Ferguson guy.
Yeah.
He got off, and the protesters were calling him a murderer. Now, does anybody really truly believe that cop was thinking, I'm just going to execute this dude and just kill him dead? Like, his hands are up, he's surrendering, I'm just going to plug him, shoot him dead. I mean, do you really think that? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, does anybody really believe that? I mean, even the protesters who are calling him a murderer.
Well, anybody knows, man, that from 20 feet away, if someone starts with a dead run at you 20 feet away, man, they can cover some ground awful fucking quick.
Yeah.
And that's about what he was like, 20 feet away from the guy or whatever.
Yeah, so the idea that he's just like, I'm going to execute somebody today just for the lulls of it.
Yeah, for the fuck of it.
I don't think that's what was going on. I mean, it just doesn't sound right.
I think in his mind, he truly thought he was in a life or death situation.
He probably did.
In his mind. I'm not saying it was right or wrong. I'm not passing judgment here, man. I think my fucking job. I'm just saying that, he did what he thought was right in his mind at that time.
Yeah.
Given his training and whatever else. So
I listened to the whole testimony, or not the testimony. I listened to the whole interview that he had with George Snuffleupagus.
Oh yeah, Mr. Snuffleupagus. Yeah.
Yeah. And I from what I heard, it did not sound like he was being deceitful. It sounded like he was relaying the facts.
He's a little bit evasive. You don't say he was deceitful. I'd say he was evasive.
I didn't really think he was evasive. I thought he was answering the questions, and I was really looking hard to see any kind of signs of body language or tells or anything that he's like, he's full of shit. And I could be wrong. But I don't think he was lying.
Yeah.
So if what he said is true and the evidence seems to support it, the forensic evidence that they do have, like the bullet holes, through the car, and there was some of Michael Brown's blood on him, so there was some kind of a scuffle that happened up close, and he did get a couple of punches. Frankly, I thought, when I heard that he got punched, I was expecting to see, his like, pretty, there was just red marks. He had red marks.
Yeah.
It's not like he, had like giant bruises or anything. It's just a couple of red marks.
Yeah.
So, I don't know about that.
I don't
So nobody really knows what happens. except a cop and the surviving guy that was with him. And, you know, that surviving guy's testimony, you know, he wouldn't
hold water.
No, he wouldn't hold water. He would be inclined to not give a truthful account. So everything else is speculation. So we'll never know. And I do know that if you fucking go for a cop's gun, you're a dead man.
Yeah, if you go for a cop's gun, man, you're going to get shot or killed, man. I mean...
If you go for a cop's gun, you're a dead man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I mean, fuck, man.
Yeah, I mean, you're lucky if he just beats the shit out of you.
Yeah. If you go after their gun. Well, and that's the black and blue side of that. I guess we covered that shit.
Protests, Ferguson, choking, 12-year-olds with BB guns. Okay, so we've covered the white cop, black, unarmed thing.
Right. Yep.
I don't know. I don't have a particular passion towards either side. I'm not like a hardcore partisan of like cops' rights or hardcore partisan of like race rights. There's like, I look at them case by case.
Yeah.
And it is funny, you watch certain kind of people will always jump on one side, and certain kind of people will always jump on the other side, no matter what.
I just, my whole point of this whole thing, this whole fucking mess everywhere that is happening is, at what point does looting do anything for civic responsibility?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with civic responsibility and getting your point across and getting your message across? I mean, that's just fucking bullshit, man.
That's just opportunism.
It's opportunism and just a cop. It sounds bad, but a cop out, man. People are robbing and using that as an excuse.
Right. Well, it tends to be young people. So, damn them young kids, them punks, robbing and stealing and looting and shit. You don't see no 55-year-old guy running around, with stolen sneakers.
Yeah, they're stolen sneaks.
All right. So we've whipped that horse. So let's move on to the Flex Health Report. Oh. So how you be doing, boy?
Well, I came out of the sling a couple days ago, and now it hurts like hell. So
you came out of the sling. So what's the word on that?
It's painful. I definitely don't have a rotator cuff, and I don't have any strength in my arm. My hand's still numb. I go to see the infectious disease lady tomorrow and find out where I'm at on my infection.
Can you move the hand?
Yeah.
You can move the hand, but it's like you don't have feeling in part of it, or you just don't have any feeling, or you have reduced feeling?
Don't have feeling here in these two fingers.
Wow. How about your thumb?
My thumb's fine.
How about your trigger finger?
That's fine.
Thank God.
That's all that matters.
Phew.
But I get the report tomorrow on where the bacteria is at and where the infection's at and what the antibiotics are doing, if they're doing any good.
Well, you've been pounding them so hard. Those germs have got to be on the ropes by now. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
You've been giving them a steady diet every day of squeezing that shit.
Yep.
I mean, they got to be ready to cry uncle and give up.
I hope so. But that's
I would.
State of the onion on my health. I'm here, man. I'm in here. I'm in pain.
Well, thanks for hanging in there. I know you haven't been doing a whole lot of gaming. It's like on the gaming front.
I want everybody to know, man. I've been missing out on the gaming. I've been missing everybody. I'm going to try and get back on. I just got to get healthy enough to play.
Yeah. I got to
get healthy enough to find a fucking job, man, and get on with my life.
Yeah. Well, good luck. You got a ways to go before you can work with that.
Yeah. Months.
Yeah. Maybe you could get a job as a computer hacker.
I did that. I can do that. I can already do that for a job. Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. So in the news lately, has been the Lizard Squad.
Oh God.
Okay, that's not hacking. That's not hacking.
Those guys.
Okay, so they were able to take down. I heard just tonight that for an hour or two, they actually brought Twitter down.
I didn't know about Twitter, but I know.
Yeah.
I knew they brought PlayStation Network down, and then the feds found the server what they were using from a hotel room to bring it down. So that's why it came back online. Well,
they knocked out. To be fair, they knocked out the PS Network. I mean, they didn't knock it completely out or anything. I mean, if you were already logged in, you could continue playing. Okay, and they also attacked Microsoft's Xbox Live. People weren't able to log in and shit like that, and some services were fucked with. They were fucked with last night. I was trying to play last night, and I was curious. Like, man, the Masterchief is working even worse than normal. So I went on like Xbox Live status, and they have like a status thing, and it's like, okay, yeah, they are limited services right now. Huh. So yeah, somebody has been fucking with the game networks. Off and on.
Well, I wish they would, man. It's like fucking find somebody else to bother.
And, you know, they issued a threat on Twitter that they're going to take down Xbox Live on Christmas.
Yeah,
forever.
Permanently, yeah.
Permanently.
Nothing gets the FBI and CIA involved, like saying shit like that.
Yeah, really. But then... I mean, come on. These are big boys. These are multi-billion-dollar companies, Microsoft and Sony. Can't they fucking stop shit like this from happening?
They should be able to. It's frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, what the hell? What's going on?
I don't know.
Anyway, it's not hacking. This is just a simple denial of service attack, you know, where they just... You know, have some sort of a script that...
Throw a bunch of garbage at the server.
That just throws a bunch of garbage packets at the server. It's not like hacking. Like, Sony did get hacked. Actually hacked. Seriously hacked a couple of weeks ago. And they're still dealing with it. Their computers are toasted, man. They are toasted and roasted.
Yeah.
Movies were getting put online that haven't come out yet. Executive salaries were being posted. Now that's a hack.
Yeah, that's hacking.
Now I heard that was because, you know, I heard it was possibly North Korea doing it.
Yeah, they're doing it.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, they're doing it as retribution because of Seth Rogen's movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some movie where Seth Rogen and James Franco are going to assassinate Kim Ching
Jong.
Whatever that little fat douchebag. With the fucked up looking hairdo.
Definitely fucked up.
He's a goofy motherfucker. I don't know, is he goofier than his dad?
Yeah.
I mean, his dad was pretty goofy looking with those, you know, he had like those MC Hammer kind of glasses and that boofed up fucking hair.
Yeah, they're weird. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, don't get our show head taken off the air by the Koreans.
Oh my God, the North Koreans are going to take us off. They're going to hack it, steal our password. We'll never be able to do Bulletproof again.
Yeah.
Oh my God, to your angle like that, I can see myself in your glasses. Put your head up just a little bit. Those are cool specs, man.
I like them.
It's like we're both wearing round glasses tonight. All right. So, anyway, let me go back to bitching about fucking Master Chief Collection. Okay, so I've really been trying because they put a patch out the other day. It's like I forgot even what day it was. It's like I tried playing last night. I patiently tried playing last night. I was just like searching in lobbies for like maybe an hour and a half. Maybe I got 2 games, and I would just sit there waiting, and I'd like restart my Xbox. I'd pull the plug and start it over again and try again. It's like I just could not get games. The night before, same story. I was patiently trying to get into games. Just like, don't get mad. Just don't get upset. Just sit here, like in the lobby, searching. You're searching by myself, waiting for, like, searching for players. Like, okay, don't get mad. Just like,
yeah.
ah!
Yeah.
It's pissing me off so much.
That sums it up.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't bought Shadow of Mordor, and I played that the other night. I'm going to play that some more.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually kind of fun. I mean, I've never really played a game like that, before.
I bought it. I didn't like it.
Yeah. It's a hack and slash kind of a deal.
Yeah.
I don't know how similar it is to something like Rise, Son of Rome, or anything like that, but it's a hack and slash and shooting bows and arrows and shit.
Yeah, you'll have to try it out and see what you think.
Yeah, I got a little ways into it, and it was fun. And it's like the graphics are really, really cool, and the orcs are disgusting. They're ugly as fuck. Their faces, and they have these horrible voices. And it's cool. It's like, it'll give me something to goddamn play.
Yeah, at least it's playable.
All right. Meanwhile, the Halo 5 beta is on the horizon. Let's see, what is today's date? Today is the 9th, so we got 20 days. In less than 3 weeks, the Halo 5 beta comes out.
Yep.
So,
if PlayStation or if Microsoft keeps the network up.
yeah. If the network allows us, first of all, the network has to allow us to try to play it, and then 343 has to not fuck it up enough so that we can. It's like. Yeah. What do you think? Do you think it'll come out okay, or do you think it'll come out broken and fucked like Master Chief?
I think it's gonna come out broken and fucked.
I can't imagine that they would possibly let it. I just can't imagine that they would let it come out broke ass and just not working. If it does, Halo's fucking over. It's done.
Yeah.
It's like they throw the baby with the bathwater. If that happens, it's over, man. That shit's over. So it better fucking work. I mean, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. It just has to kind of work, for God's sakes.
For the love of God, it better work.
Well, I know what they're doing. See, they're lowering the bar with Master Chief, so it's like, if it even barely works, it's like people will think, oh my God, it's the most amazing game in the world. It actually sort of semi-barely works.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So yeah, I mean, I still got Call of Duty. I have it on all systems, because they had some sort of a deal. So and I know you have it for PlayStation 4.
Yeah, and Xbox One.
And Xbox One. So we'll have to play together. We'll get together with Mo.
Yeah.
Mad Mo, shout out.
Mad Mo, yep, shout out to the mad one.
Toby Pace. Yeah, we have to play with her, and we have to play with Mandy Button.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Do you have it on Xbox?
I never got it on 360.
Oh, you can't play with Mandy Button and Bojangles. Oh, darn.
If I want to get it, I'll have to pay for it, and then they'll send me a copy.
Yeah, fuck that shit. It's a good game. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it is a good Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't go into fucking Hawk. Put the milk money on buying extra platform copies of it. It's good, but I mean, come on, let's not get crazy.
Yeah.
But in these tough times for Halo players, it's like it's looking better. It's looking better.
Yeah, it is.
I still haven't played it in a couple of weeks. It's just like, I don't know, it's sitting there, it works. You click the button and it puts you in a game, and what do you know? I'm playing.
Yeah.
But anyway, I keep beating my head against the wall. It's like,
I play some Shadows of Mordor.
Play some Shadows of Mordor. Simmer down, Yam Juice.
Yeah.
Chill, baby. So anyway, I just got good news. Good news. I'm going to be off. Thanks to Obama. I'm going to be off the day after Christmas.
Really?
Yeah, there was a order issued from the White House that federal employees will get Friday, the day after Christmas, as a paid holiday.
Awesome.
Extra as a unplanned paid holiday. So that means 4-day weekend, baby.
Yep. Big weekend.
So yeah, thanks, Obama. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I actually got a majority of Christmas shopping done last week. Uncharacteristically early. Went to Target, bought up a whole bunch of shit. Ready to go? How about you? Have you done any Christmas shopping? Are you going to do any Christmas shopping? Are you going to say, fuck all you bastards?
Yeah. Fuck all you bastards. Nobody gets presents from me. Want a present? Have that.
There's your present, mother.
There's your fucking present. Merry fucking Christmas.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, I suppose we've about covered it for this week.
We about covered it for this week. I feel like my voice is going hoarse from screaming at Halo.
It is.
I better get my voice back, 343, or someone's coming after you.
Yeah, me.
You don't want Flex after you, man.
No, man. I've been roughed around the edges. It's too much the way it is, man.
Damn. All right. Well, you know what time it is then. High point of every week.
Yeah.
All right. So if you've still been watching Bulletproof Underwear, episode number 127, golf clap. Get a life. No, we're kidding. We love you. We love you. We love you, but we don't love you. No, that's gone. I stole that line. We love you, and we really do love you. We want to love every one of you anally.
Yeah, too far.
You think?
Yeah.
No. That's just kidding. So anyway, I've been your co-host, Yam Juice.
And I've been your co-host, Flex.
Thanks for watching. Bloop.